Hey guys, it's Floyan. This is my introduction that I accidentally forgot to make before the video, but we're here now. I have an exciting video for you guys today. I went to the United Arab Emirates, Dubai. It was an amazing trip. Throughout this video, I have everything in order like I did it, so that way you guys can kind of understand how I went through things. And this is the first time I ever went outside the country, even the first time I went outside my own state by myself. And it was an absolute win now that I've been back home. I wanted to make this introduction before I went, but it is what it is. And yeah, so I hope you guys like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace. But first things first is the hotel. The hotel was so amazing. I went to Atlantis, the Palm. If you've never heard of it, you need to go to it. It's amazing. It's actually the best hotel I've ever been in, ever seen, everything. It was very nice. Having said that, I haven't been in any other nice hotel. I don't really have anything to compare it to. I've always been in like that one or two beds in one hotel room, and not really a view, maybe the parking lot, but this one I had the view of the whole Palm Jumeirah. I actually bought an ocean view, but that's because it was cheaper, but they like auto upgraded me to the Palm view. I'm not complaining. It was absolutely amazing. It really was. It's very nice to go into it. The things that were in the hotel that caught me off guard, like I said, I've only been in like very small different types of hotels. Nothing like that in any way, shape, or form is actually kind of wild to me. But first things first, I've never had the people in the hotel bring my bags to my room for me. I've seen it in the movies. I've never seen it in real life. Obviously, when you get there, they do that. Atlantis the Palm is a 5-star luxury hotel with free Wi-Fi, a swimming pool. It also has access to the world's largest water park, which I'm going to get to, that I did do the next day. I'm going to break this down day by day, and I am going to put timestamps, so that way if you want to skip to whatever part you want during the video, go for it. This video is just all about the experience and explaining it step by step, and then I'm going to have other videos like me explaining the money aspect of things, and then, doing other things. How did I transport this? How did I travel this way? How was it? A whole bunch of stuff, especially if you're doing travel by yourself. Of course, I don't have a lot of advice due to the fact that I haven't done a lot of travel by myself. It's the only trip I've ever done by myself. I am making all these videos after, all these little cuts after I've already been back from my trip for a little bit. I haven't really ever made a vlogging YouTube video or, be like a travel content creator or anything like that. I actually just did it for one to always have the memories. I have a GoPro Hero 10, works extremely well, has really good camera quality, sound quality, but I only use 1080p 60 frames because my computer can only take that. But I think the video will still come out absolutely great. The hotel, walk in, obviously they take your bags. You have to put a security deposit in, which nobody said online, other than one person on a Reddit post said, yeah, you got to do a security deposit of X amount per night. And I didn't know that till I got there, which was fine. I had way more than enough money. I had overly saved, thank God. On the way back, I missed my plane flight, but I'll get into that either another video or this video, probably another video though. Yeah, that was an interesting one. Having said that, it was for 5 nights. Yeah, 5 nights there. I had to pay a $700 USD security deposit, which was fine. They do give you the money back, and they said 3 to 5 business days. They actually got it to me in 1 business day, which was nice. And all the amenities that are in the room, there's a lot of amenities in the room. There is. So how it works is when you walk in, obviously, I've never been in there, so I had somebody show me around the hotel room, the guy who brought my luggage to my room, which again is mind-boggling to me. I had him show how everything was supposed to be doing this and that and all the stuff. I didn't understand it at all. There was a full bathtub. There was obviously toilet. There was a rain head, or what's it called? A rainfall shower. Really nice shower. Probably one of my favorite showers I've ever been in. Of course, they have the complimentary water and coffee. They do also have snacks in the room, which is where the $700 security deposit comes in. One, if you steal anything, destroy anything, break anything, but also it's if you take it off these little pressure plates. So all of like, they have like candy and stuff like that on the top of the little counter, where if you take it off and you don't put it back in 30 seconds, it'll auto charge it to that security deposit that you already put in, which was nice to do, especially because there's a fridge down below, and it also has pressure plates for all like drinks, alcohol, stuff like that. There was little shooters. There was like 10 little shooters of different alcohols, and I drank them all. I'm not gonna lie, I think that was the second night I was there. I drank them all. It is what it is. But alcohol is a lot more expensive over there in Dubai than it is in the US. And I should also give a disclaimer that all my viewpoints are from me being in the US my whole life. A little bit stuff was different, like tipping. Whenever I did give a tip, people were absolutely ecstatic. It was actually really nice to see, personally. But hotel, I give it a 5 out of 5, but that's also because I've never even experienced a better hotel or anything close to that. The people that would come and fix my room up, they would obviously do the bed, give you new towels, stuff like that, but they would also fold my clothes, organize it like they had OCD, you know, organize all my cologne, all of it, just separate it and everything like that. And they rewrapped all my phone cords, or my charging cords. That was pretty cool too, and put a new zip tie on it. Not a zip tie, but a Velcro. Very nice, and overall the experience was a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. I highly suggest, if you can afford it, go to Atlantis the Palm. A lot of people think, well, you know, I don't really stay at the hotel, so there's really no problem with that. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna want to stay at this hotel. There's a whole bunch of restaurants, really nice restaurants, Michelin star restaurants just in the hotel. There's multiple shopping centers just inside the hotel. Of course, the shopping centers are not very big, and there is a lot of jewelry centers there. Nevertheless, the food in the shopping center, they also have an aquarium in the hotel. They have so much in the hotel. I've never seen anything like it in my whole entire life, and it went way above my expectation. Atlantis the Palm, 10 out of 10. Now, right next to Atlantis the Palm, there is Atlantis the Royal. That just opened up in 2023, I think February. And I did actually think about switching to Atlantis the Royal, but it's like $3,000 a night. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work. So I just decided to stay at Atlantis the Palm, which was fine with me. It actually made the commute through the city and stuff like that, especially through Palm Jumeirah itself, a lot easier to do and a lot less costly on the transportation. And I should say this, if you're gonna do any transportation there within the city, you're not gonna go like an hour out, definitely just get a taxi. The Ubers or the Careems were charging more than the taxi was, which was so nice. I only had one taxi driver out of like the 20 cab rides I took. And I'm being serious, in like a 5-day period, probably took like 20 cab rides. I had one person ask for a tip, and that was it. And I, of course, gave it to him because that was just like, that was the first person I had seen, you know, coming out of the airport. So I was like, yeah, I'll just give you a tip, bro. I mean, that's just usual for me, you know, as an American. He probably knew that, honestly. Hotel was amazing. Security guards everywhere. Security is high level over there. Everybody speaks English. That's something that a lot of people here in America think, is that over there nobody speaks English. Everybody speaks English. Everybody. All the security guards speak English. All the receptionists speak English. Maybe the people who are staying there don't, but everybody else does. Everybody that's working there is speaking English. Everybody. It's actually mind-boggling. I thought they would have broken English a lot more than they did, but it seemed like most of them could speak very fluent English, which was also another nice add-on, especially because I kept getting lost. So I would ask the security guards, hey bro, how do I get here? How do I go here? And stuff like that. So that's Atlantis the Palm Hotel. If you have any questions, go down in the comments section. And while you're down there, please like and subscribe and turn on the post notifications, if you will. Aquaventure Waterpark and the Lost Chambers Aquarium. The aquarium in the hotel in Aquaventure Waterpark is the world's largest water park with 105 slides. 105 slides / attractions. I found that out, which is okay. I went down almost every single slide that I could. They do have a family like splasher zone. Then they also have kids only splasher zone. So it's like you can't really go down at all, which is fine. I wanted to do it, honestly, just to say that I have, but I went down all the slides you could by yourself and with group people. I never went on a 2-person ride, only because I didn't really want to have to disturb somebody, you know what I'm saying? Most people who go on a 2-person ride, they have their partner, and I didn't feel like waiting. I did get the fast track pass. I also got in free because it was at the hotel, so that was nice. Also, the Lost Chambers Aquarium, you get in for free when you're at the hotel as well, which is very nice because even if you didn't, you're really not paying that much. It's actually absurd because I live in Ohio, and like we don't have much, but we have like Cedar Point, right? And Cedar Point, just to get in is $80 or $88. I think it's $80 per person. Then to get a fast track pass, it's $150. And then but if you want a fast track plus to get like the top 4 and you skip the line, it's like $258. So you're paying $80 plus that to get the fast track is mind-boggling. Because here at Aquaventure Waterpark, for all these slides, all this fun, all this time, whole day pass, everything, and get a locker, $88 USD plus the locker for a day was $20 USD, and that was it. That was literally it. You get the band and you walk around. What the band does, it literally kind of looks like a watch, and when you go up to a ride, you hit it to make sure that you're actually in the fast track part, so you're not like lying. But they also do have colors on them, and another thing is it also keeps track of how much you went through everything. My guess is because there probably is a program where you can pay like, oh yeah, I'll only go on 10 slides. I don't know. Didn't look into it. I'll be honest. I just went there to spend a lot of money in Dubai itself. So I just kind of, if I could afford it, which I did on everything, thank God, be able to afford the best experience possible on every single thing. And there's a laundry list of stuff that I have done. So Aquaventure Waterpark, absolute must have as you go there. And the Lost Chambers Aquarium, if you're really into marine life, I would say it's pretty much a must have. If you have kids, it's pretty much a must have to go there. But by myself personally, I really didn't find it like that entertaining. But I'm not like really into marine life, you know. It's cool to see the stingrays, the sharks, or whatever, right? But you know, it's not like mind-boggling to me, you know what I'm saying? But I still went through it. It took me like 30 minutes to walk through the whole thing and take my videos and stuff like that, maybe even less. But I actually did like it. I did enjoy walking through it, but it's just not for me 100%. Gonna be people who are gonna like it a lot more than I'm gonna like it. So, simple as that. Dubai Mall with the ultimate experience tickets. Okay, you could just go to the Dubai Mall and just spend a whole day there doing nothing but walking around, okay? Because I was there for 5 hours and I felt like I was walking in the same direction for full 5 hours and never seen the same thing twice. They also have the biggest Nike store I've ever seen in my life, the biggest Apple store I've ever seen in my life, and they also have this thing called Fashion Avenue, which was my favorite part of it all. It's all luxury brands, like all in this one place. You got like Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Dior, Givenchy, and then you got the other ones I can't even think of, like Armani, whatever the heck that one's called. You got so many in this one area. It's absolutely amazing. And I about folded buying something, but I decided against it. Thank God, because I needed that money to get a plane ticket back. I did get the ultimate experience though, which includes a laundry list of things that I could have done, but I only had 5 hours and I didn't want to waste my time. I did get the scuba diving, and I didn't go scuba diving, but I did, because I did go to Deep Dive Dubai, which I'll talk about later. They also had the underwater zoo, went through that whole thing. They also, I sat on a boat with a clear flooring, and that was a little bit of a slow ride. It's kind of hot. I also could feed the fish, look at the penguins, feed the penguins, pet the penguins, and then they kind of show you like the whole, like how the breeding is done and stuff like that if you really are into it. They also have like crocodiles there. They have just every animal you could think of that's like marine biology type of life, which is nice. They do have birds in there and stuff like that, but it's mainly fish for the most part, which is absolutely amazing that they fit. I probably spent 2 hours in this aquarium, and it was the world's largest aquarium. I think now the one in Abu Dhabi has taken it over, but that one in Dubai Mall, if you get the ultimate experience, you're gonna be racking up 2 hours in that aquarium. I would not be shocked. And I felt like I was going through it pretty fast. There's so much. It's like a huge maze, and you just go into one thing, into another thing, into another thing. It's actually an amazing experience, and I do highly recommend that as well, especially if you have kids. But also myself, like I said earlier, I don't particularly love, marine life. I don't like just sitting there watching fish swim, but it was such a nice experience, and it felt like something different. I've never been in an environment like that, which was very nice. Took a lot of pictures, videos, of course, on my phone, on my GoPro, everything. Next up on the list is the 154th floor on the Burj Khalifa. Yes, a lot of people think you can only go 148 floors. That is not true, but it is pretty much the same thing, essentially. I got all dressed up, as you probably seen in the intro, when I was wearing my red suit. When I went to the 154th floor. So you can buy the 124th, 125th floor for like 40 USD. And then you can buy the 148th floor, I think it's 120 USD. And then you could buy the 154th and 153rd floor for 300 USD. Yeah, big jump in price. But like I said, I went big. So, and yes, you do get access to all those other floors. It's not like you can just go 154th, 153rd floor. And I will say, it was very nice to see. It was very cool to see. It was very taking me back. I was taken back by it. Especially when you look at the building for the first time, it's absolutely insanity how huge that building is. It really is. And it hurts your neck if you try to look at the top of it, really. And it's absolutely amazing. And I should mention this here right now, which a lot of people seems like they don't know this, because I've done so much research on Dubai, the Burj Khalifa, everything, so that way I can make sure this trip is going to be absolutely perfect. And it was, of course. But something that a lot of people don't discuss here on YouTube or the internet in general is that the Burj Khalifa is connected to the Dubai Mall. Most people know that if you've done some research. But I should mention this, is they do have the other side of the Burj Khalifa called the Armani Hotel, which goes up to 122nd floor, and it's a hotel. When I was checking prices, it was like 5-10 grand a night.
I'm good on that one.
And I did go to the 122nd floor restaurant. The 122nd floor restaurant is called At.Mosphere. It is on the other side of the Burj Khalifa. I actually just walked around. I found a really cool guy when I was in the Dubai Mall going through the whole underwater zoo, the aquarium. And we were watching the Dubai fountain, the world's tallest fountain, where they spray like 30-40 feet in the air, and it goes with the music. It was really cool to see, actually. I thought I would get bored of it, but it was actually really cool. They actually played some good music, and you obviously watch the thing go in the air, and you see lights and stuff like that. The whole entire Burj Khalifa is lit up. It's very seeing that up close was absolutely amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Yes, 154th floor, and the biggest difference, well, obviously it's the price difference, but the biggest difference that you get in the 154th and the 153rd floor, which it's called the Lounge on the Burj Khalifa website, if you ever decide to go. The biggest difference that you get is that you have, one, you can access to the 153rd floor open deck. There wasn't any on the 104th floor. That 153rd floor is open towards the sunset. So that was really nice, but it was so moist outside. The humidity was high, so we really couldn't see the sun. But it is what it is. And then another thing is you have free unlimited drinks other than champagne. They do have champagne there, and I did drink some. You get one alcoholic drink for free, and then which was champagne, red wine, white wine. And then you have unlimited like coffee, water, and snacks. And you could eat it as long as you want, as much as you want. I think you get like 2-3 hours while you're up there, and then what they do is they show you the elevator. There's 3 different elevators, one to the 122nd or the 125th floor, or 124th floor, my bad. And then you move over to go to the 148th floor, and then you move over again to go to the 154th floor. And then the same thing back down. You just kind of go back down. It is an absolute mess trying to get out of there. At least it was for me. And I did buy this while I was there. I know it's very simple, but figure crack open a cold one, right, with the boys. So I bought one because I didn't have a bottle opener at all. So I decided to do that one. And walking all the way back down was a journey, especially wearing that suit. It was getting hot, I tell you. Dubai is pretty warm place. Obviously it's a desert, and I went in the summer, and I should also mention it was 0 degrees Fahrenheit, about -18 degrees Celsius. the whole week before I went to Dubai. And while I was in Dubai, it was about 80 to, I think the max it got was 87 degrees Fahrenheit while I was there, with like 80% humidity. I don't know what that is to Celsius. You can do the calculations if you want. That's besides the point. I then make my way back down to watch the Dubai fountain and then go to the At.Mosphere Hotel. So as you've probably seen in the introduction, you see me wearing a red suit, which I actually really like. The reason I wore that red suit is I was going to a Michelin 1-star restaurant called At.Mosphere, which is on the very top of the Armani Hotel at the 122nd floor. Breathtaking almost, because you have to, so how it is, I've never been to a Michelin star restaurant, so I decided to go to this one because I'm already gonna be in the building. My whole day has been in the Dubai Mall, which is connected to the Burj Khalifa, which is, you know, it is what it is. Dubai Mall is the world's biggest mall with the world's biggest aquarium attached to the world's tallest building and the world's tallest bar, which is the 122nd floor, the At.Mosphere restaurant that I'm talking about right now, which does hold the world's fastest elevator. Whole bunch of facts just hit at you at once. It's okay. And it was a very, very nice place. Very nice place. Again, I've never been to a Michelin star restaurant. I've been to quite a few 5-star steakhouses, and they're all great. They're all great, but something that high-end places really can just do is serve you so little food and it fill you up so much. I don't know if I have a video or not on my GoPro of my food. I probably don't, but that's besides the point. The first thing was a little short rib that was okay. It was like stacked. It was crazy. It was like there was a short rib on it of shredded beef. It was shredded short rib beef. And then there was a layer of mashed potatoes wrapped in breading and like deep fried. And it was amazing. And that was just the appetizer, right? And it was, like I said, it was like this big. After that, I got a Japanese A5 Wagyu steak with some mashed potatoes. So this steak was probably this big, and I'm being serious. And then I had like 4 dots of hash browns, literally dots like this big, right? And I swear on my life, I ate that. I eat a lot. I probably eat 4K calories, maybe even 6K calories a day for real, because I do work out and do that stuff. But I ate all that food, that little bit food, and it filled me up like no other. Like I was ready to go to sleep. I was so filled up. I don't know how they do it. I really don't. It's absolutely amazing. It seems the more high end it goes, the easier you are to get filled. At.Mosphere Hotel, or the At.Mosphere restaurant, is 110% a 5-star rating from me. It was absolutely amazing. And I should mention, I got one of their specialty cocktails, which then gave me their complimentary cologne. It smells all right. It's supposed to be like lined up with what your alcohol that you drank. So I love espresso martinis, which I learned on this trip. But they found, or they had one that had coffee, and I was like, yeah, give me that. And it was a whole entire thing where they pour it into black ice, and it's all smoky and everything like that. Really cool. It was really cool. And I got the window seat, so for me to get into the hotel or into the restaurant itself, it was $200, and then you have to pay an additional $200 more just to get a window seat. And it's only open at 5:30 p.m. and 8:45 p.m. The reason why they do those times that they allow people in is because of the fact that they do a lot of like taste of X. What I mean by that is this place specifically had taste of France and then a taste of, I can't remember the other one. And it's a whole entire 7-course meal that they give you little portions of, and you go through, and it's supposed to be like a 3-4 hour thing. I did not do that. I just got a regular meal. But I was heavily considering it, especially because they had the filet mignon for the dinner on the Taste of France, but I felt like I was just going to be wasting my time, really. Especially because, you know, I knew that like high-end places usually fill you up faster, and I'd probably get to the filet mignon and be like, yeah, I'm not even hungry anymore. Like, I'm full, I'm ready to go home or go back to the hotel, go to sleep. At.Mosphere restaurant, 154th floor of Burj Khalifa and Dubai Mall all get a high rating on my list, and I cannot wait to go back because I will. So the next day, like I said, before I even begin this next day, my whole entire trip was booked. I did so much research, did so much time management on this and money management just to get all this stuff. So today's agenda, I guess you could say, was the Aura Skypool, the world's tallest 360 infinity pool, the Museum of the Future, which was a very cool building. You might have seen it before. It kind of looks like the Bean from Chicago, USA, but it's not. And then you have Dubai Frame. I will say now, the Dubai Frame looked really cool. I did not go in it because I was so tired after the Museum of the Future. But overall, great experience. First thing, let's get into the Aura Sky Pool, the world's tallest 360 infinity pool. What it does, I got the Palm View. The Palm View is where my hotel was at. If you've ever seen the Palm Jumeirah, which is the world's largest man-made island. I was viewing that in the second row. Honestly, there's no difference between the first row and the second row. I'm telling you right now, if you're gonna go and save yourself like $50, just sit the second row. It really does not matter. No difference. There's like this big of a difference. And I mean this seriously. You could literally just go to the second row and you'll save a lot of money. Because I was gonna go first row and there was a kind of like a weird thing, but that's my. I got the second row. I got in and I had the view of the hotel. I did get the morning experience because I think in the end of January they were doing something where you could only do morning and afternoon experience, but they also have a early bird experience and an evening experience. So the early bird is from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and then the morning experience is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then the afternoon is from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then the evening experience is 8 to 11 p.m. The evening experience is the cheapest because you're missing out on 1 hour. But I'll be honest, it's very cool to get in, and their water is heated. The Aura Sky Pool itself is heated. It's really cool. It's really cool to see you being up in this huge infinity pool that's on the 50th floor. That's absolutely mind-boggling. But I did go all the way around, and I'll probably play the video in this video where I went all the way around. It took me like 5 minutes to walk all the way around in the water, almost 6 minutes, so it's obviously going to be sped up. So you have the Palm View, you have the Burj Al Arab view, you have the Dubai Marina view, and the AN Dubai view. The AN Dubai view is literally just the world's largest Ferris wheel, and it really doesn't matter. I feel like the best time to go is got to be the evening because then you have all the night lights. It's all gonna look nice. But I didn't go obviously because, like I said, it wasn't available. That was my original plan though. Next up was the Museum of the Future. So this was very kind of weird to me. I went there with an open mind, of course, and it was a lot different than I thought it was going to be. I actually thought I was going to enjoy the whole experience, and I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy it. It was actually cool, but there were some boring parts. Reason being is because I'm more of like a show me a video. I don't really feel like reading, but I do read, but it's like, it was cool. It was very cool, don't get me wrong, but it was kind of like they were trying to push for an agenda. I'm not going to really get into it, but it seemed like they were pushing for an agenda and it kind of annoyed me. But the overall experience was very cool. Being in the chamber where they show videos of you shooting way up in the sky and you see how Dubai is built and everything like that. It was very cool and what they want it to look like by 2050, 2040, 2030, this whole entire ordeal. And what they have this planned, that planned, everything's planned. It's absolutely insanity. I'm not gonna lie, it's insanity. But my favorite part was this. I think it's the 5th floor. There's 5 floors in there. I don't know how they managed to do it, but there's 5 floors in it. The very top floor, you could speak to an AI robot and you could ask it a question. Then there's a robot dog, or there's a electric vehicle, of course, electric motorcycle. There was this one that was really, really, really creepy to me. It's like while you're walking, what it does is it scans your face. This is so crazy. It scanned my face, my body, and what I was wearing and stuff like that, and it guessed how much I was making, like how much money I make a year, what I do for a job, and it was actually pretty accurate. It was very scary. It was very scary to me, but it was cool, but it was very scary. They also had like self-heating jackets. Not self-heating jackets. It was a jacket that also had like a mask on it. It was a whole thing. Then they had like almost like an exo hand. If you've ever watched anything with like exo suits, had like an exo hand and like an exo body. There was a whole bunch of stuff up there. You just have to go to see it. It is cool. I will say it is cool, But me personally, I just get a little bit annoyed of the kind of agenda it seemed like they were trying to push. But it is what it is. That's a museum of the future. You know, some people are gonna like it. Some people don't even think about it, which is fine. Do your own thing. But it was very cool. And I will also mention this is that they are taking applications for people to send out to outer space, which is absolutely crazy that they actually even do that. You can literally put your application in while you're there. So today's agenda was deep dive Dubai, and then after that was the view at the Palm. I will say that Skypool and the view at the Palm are the same exact building, so don't even worry about getting lost. It's the same exact building. Deep dive Dubai, the world's deepest swimming pool. It was actually insanity to see. You did see it in the introduction when I was kind of like this, and there was a big hole underneath me. Yeah, it was a very crazy experience. It was a very crazy experience. I've never went scuba diving, and that was there. Obviously, I paid for the platinum version, which is essentially wherever you want. They give you a video, they edit the video, they do all this other stuff, which is really cool. They also give you a discount in the store. Amazing. My trainer that I had was amazing. You do have to do training. Small. It's not like a huge like class. You sit there, you watch videos. Yeah, do this, do that. It's not that. How it works. When I bought the platinum version, it was a one-on-one videos, pictures, and all little sorts of things like a discount on their store and stuff like that. It was with that girl, I forget her name right now off the top of my head. She was doing an absolute amazing job, I'm not gonna lie, and you could tell she really knew what she was talking about because she was talking so fast. It was kind of like hard to understand her, but I got the one-on-one instructor, so I didn't have anybody else with me. It was just me and her, and we just walked around the whole entire facility and walked through, seen the restaurant, seen this, seen that, and just, you know, there's huge windows and stuff like that. It's absolutely amazing. So this swimming pool is 200 feet deep, 60 meters, which is kind of daunting, especially when you're just sitting out in the middle of that huge hole. It's so like almost like it. I've never went scuba diving before. This was my first ever experience, so I had to do special training for that first time, and I was only allowed to go 20 meters deep, which sounds so saddening, but I'm telling you right now, even if it is your first time, it's worth that 3,000 AED, so that's like 899 USD, because you get everything is so like amazing. The only downside that I see from that whole place is if you're a first time diver, you cannot take any videos of your own, which sucks because I had brought my whole, I literally bought a protective housing for my GoPro just for that exact dive, and I told them that, and they were like, well, that's just, you know, rules, stuff like that, so I couldn't do it. But she said, don't worry, I'll make sure I get all the extra videos and stuff like that, which she did. She did an absolute phenomenal job taking all the videos and pictures. Really cool. And like I said, they edited it, which was really nice. Now with the training, it was very weird for me. Not weird like there was no weirdness to it. It was just that it was so weird to me because I've never even like went underwater longer than when I could have like a little snorkel and then just go. You know what I'm saying? I've never been deeper than 12 feet, so 20 feet's like almost 60 feet deep, I think, or something like that, close to it. So that was very different for me. So the biggest problem I had is my ears would not pop, which really sucked. For the first 5-10 minutes, I was in the water for 50 minutes. For the first like 5-10 minutes, my ears would not pop. We had to sit there for like 5-10 minutes, let my body just kind of equalize out. And then once eventually we got it equalized out, it was actually very fun. The whole entire thing was very fun. They show you the hand signals and all this other stuff. You know, it's very insane, very cool how they do everything there. And I should mention, it's very secluded. It's very secluded because from what the one-on-one tour I got, the lady was saying that it used to only the sheikh of Dubai used to only own this pool, and it was only 40 meters, but then he added the extra 20 meters to make it the world's deepest pool, and then opened it to the public, and then sold it to people. Obviously people go there all the time now, which I should say, it's an amazing facility, and I honestly don't blame him for wanting to open it and sell it to people, because if you can sell it as the world's deepest pool, then that's going to be every single diver's dream to go there. Then when they go there, it's also an underground city or underwater city, and a whole underwater city. Like, it's not just a little city. Like, this thing is a huge city all underwater. So what I had in mind, I rode 2 motorcycles. There was a whole like bathroom, whole little like covered area. There was a pool table. There was a foosball table. There was like an arcade. There was a whole bunch of stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff in there. And the deeper you go, the more stuff you can explore, because obviously the deeper you go, the more experience you have, the more certification you have. That is what it is. But yeah, I would have to say Deep Dive Dubai, absolutely unique experience, great experience, and one of the most exciting things while I was there. And lastly, we have the view at the Palm. The view at the Palm is the floors above the Aura Skypool. So the view at the Palm is the 52nd and 53rd, 54th floor. So 52nd is the base layer, that like basic buy-in you can get in, and it's I'll be honest, it's just as good as the 54th floor. I did of course buy the 54th floor, and I got the fast track pass, VIP pass, but I will say there's really not that huge of a difference. The biggest difference is at the 52nd floor it's much more crowded, and also the windows are much bigger than the one at the 54th floor. So at the 54th floor the windows are like probably like down here, but down there it's like 12-foot tall windows. So you're really not, and it got fingerprints on it and stuff. So, you know, ideally you're not going to get an amazing picture. You'll get a better picture upstairs. Next thing is that I would suggest going during the night, because usually humidity is lower and stuff like that. You can see all the lights and stuff like that. It's definitely the best time to go, but it's also called prime time. And when you go during prime time, it is an upped price. If I remember correctly though, the view at the Palm, to get to the very top with the fast track pass and VIP access, which means I get everything for free, it was like $120 USD. So it wasn't terrible, and I definitely stayed up there for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I was waiting on Atlantis the Palm to turn all their lights on, but they never did. I don't know why, but that is what it is. But overall, it was an amazing experience. I had some ice cream when I went downstairs, and I did have a one-on-one person walk me through everything. And how it works is it's cool. It's like everything is, they like, when you pay that extra, they really make sure you're the first ones into whatever and doing whatever. You know, I wouldn't say you have to do that. You could definitely go, you know, prime time and just pay regular, you know what I'm saying? It really wasn't that big of a difference, but a lot of people like to go to watch the sunset. Again, it was very humid out, so you're really not going to see the sunset too well. But my person that was I was following through everything, and she was explaining everything to me, her name was Aman. She was very nice, very beautiful, of course. And we went all the way to the top, and then, you know, went about my way and took a lot of pictures and videos. That's probably where I took the most pictures, but the most videos was at the Aquaventure Waterpark, because I kept going down slides multiple times. I would literally, like, my feet were hurting because I just kept walking, because it's huge. I got lost several times in the Aquaventure Waterpark, but that's besides the point. The view at the Palm is definitely a must-go. Deep Dive Dubai is definitely a must-go. Museum of the Future is a must-go. Or a Skypool, I wouldn't say is a must-go, but if you're like a couple, definitely a must-go. At.Mosphere restaurant, I wouldn't say it's a must-go. There's plenty of Michelin star restaurants throughout Dubai, but if you want to get them heights and you want to be on a window seat and see all the night lights from the Burj Khalifa, then yeah, it would be a must-go. But honestly, it's not really a must-go. It is a great experience. It's the best experience I've ever personally had, but it's not a must-go. Then the 154th floor and the Burj Khalifa, absolute must-go, especially because you get unlimited free food, water, coffee, and then also free alcohol as long as you're 21 plus, which I think you have to be 21 plus when you go to the lounge, but that's besides the point. The Dubai Mall, absolutely has to be on there. That mall is about, I believe it's almost 15 million square feet. It's about 3 times bigger than the Mall of America, if any of you have ever been there. Then you have the Lost Chambers Aquarium, not a must-go, but it's in the hotel, so if you get it for free, go for it. You have the Aquaventure Waterpark, absolutely must-go. If not that, then go to Wild Waldy's. I heard that one was really good. I think it's close to the Burj Al Arab, but I also think Wild Waldy's has the world's fastest slide. So I don't know. And then of course Atlantis the Palm. If you have a family, I absolutely recommend it. If you can afford it, go to Atlantis the Palm. If you're just a couple, go to the Atlantis the Palm. If you're just a single guy or whatever, I would probably recommend going to the Royal or the Palm. It does not matter, or the Burj Al Arab. That's where I want to go next time I go to Dubai, is go to the Burj Al Arab, because it is considered the one and only 7-star hotel in the whole entire world. Yeah, I do plan on going there when I go back to Dubai. This concludes my video of everything just experience wise. The next video is probably going to be money wise, and then I want to explain each individual place that I went and go more in depth with it than I did in this video. This is kind of a summary thing. I know it's a little bit of a longer video, but I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.